Welcome back to an emergency edition of the Celtics Roundtable podcast on the Boston Celtics newsfeed. Matt Ignal here alongside Eddie Santiago, sadly reporting that, and we learned this Saturday, that all-star point guard Isaiah Thomas will miss the remainder of the postseason after he aggravated this right hip injury during a collision in Friday's game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Apparently, he injured it in mid-March against Minnesota, and if we remember correctly, he missed the next two games. He apparently re-aggravated it in Game 6 against the Wizards, and then this final re-aggravation in Game 2. It would be devastating for the Celtics if they weren't down so much already, but I think you could argue that his play worsened over the course of the season, probably due to this injury, and was, after the aggravation in Game 6. I mean, he just never really looked right after that, to finish out the Wizards series, although he did have a good Game 7, but then also to start the Cavs series, even before that Game 2 collision. I mean, he just had no burst whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, it might have just been fatigue, because when in the Wizards series, when they moved to Washington, he kind of got shut down a little bit. And was just probably tired from trying to figure that out. Then Game 6, when it seemed like he was just done. It was kind of weird to see. And then Game 7, he came out with a good Game 7. And then this series, he just wasn't playing too well. And then, let me stop. Nobody was playing too well.
But he's like their engine, right? So yeah. If he's not playing well and he's not giving you anything on defense, you're probably going to struggle.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because he is the key to the offense. Without him, the offense, we will talk about it in a few, it's just going to be garbage. It's just simple as that. There's no other way to put it. It's going to be garbage. So without him out there, this injury is just, he was slowing down already, but this injury really was just, and it's unfortunate, but I think first off, shutting them down is probably the right thing to do, because after the first two games, it's not likely they win this series.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Get him healthy for next season. If he needs surgery, get surgery. He'll have all off-season to recover and get back right for his contract year next year.
Well, Danny Ainge tweeted out, legendary season by Isaiah Thomas. With the personal tragedy and injuries he's overcome, getting through Game 7 was heroic. # the little guy. Yeah, he was actually questionable for Game 7. But of course he was going to play in that game. I mean, so I guess he maybe wasn't really questionable. Maybe according to doctors. He was questionable. But yeah, he put up 29 and 12 in that game. He keyed that giant run to close out that third quarter, hitting those 2 threes. I think Smart added it in the third.
And what was awesome was he sort of adapted to being a facilitator towards the end of that game. When Kelly Olynyk got hot, he wasn't trying to force his own shot. He was finding Kelly. He was finding the other guy. So that was really awesome to see that he wasn't just out there continuing to try to score. He was out there finding the other guys. In that Game 7, it was really nice.
He had one of the best offensive seasons ever, in my opinion. And when you combine his efficiency and his volume and the amount of assists he had and the fact that he never turned it over, and that he powered the Celtics to the number 7 offense with not a terrific offensive team around him, led them to the first seed, led them to the Eastern Conference Finals. I still feel like he's an underrated offensive player. What he was able to do this season is just absolutely spectacular. I'm just sort of grateful that we got to watch Isaiah and all his tricks this year. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, no question about it. The dude is amazing. And we harp on this, but being 5'9" in the NBA, which is a game of trees, it's to do what he did.
If he's 5'9",
it's crazy. Even if he's 5'7", whatever you want to call him, to do it in that league with guys pretty much almost everybody in the league is taller than him, just about. So it's and not even just a little tall, significantly taller than him. To do what he did this season, to be as special as he was this season in the game of trees, in the game of towers, it has to be considered one of the greatest seasons of all time. He led the team to over 50 wins, the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. It's insane what he did, and it was awesome to watch all season.
It's playoff season, and having the right players on the court will be the key to success. That sharp outside shooter or power rebounder can be the difference between winning and losing. Business isn't any different. Your company needs the right people to be the best. So where do you go to find top talent? You can't find the best candidates by posting your job on just one site. You need to post on all the top job sites, and now you can with ZipRecruiter. At ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 100 plus job sites with one click. Then their powerful technology efficiently matches the right people to your position. That's why ZipRecruiter is different. Unlike other job sites, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you, it finds them. In fact, over 80% of jobs posted on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate in just 24 hours. No more juggling emails or calls to your office. Simply screen, rate, and manage candidates all in one place with ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use dashboard. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes nationwide. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/sportsfan. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sportsfan. Yeah, it pisses me off seeing a lot of the stuff around the Cavs series like that. Or even like with this injury or something like that. Like Isaiah Thomas gave up or something like that. Like, did you watch the games? He wasn't himself. He hasn't looked like himself. He wasn't able to blow by guys on switches. He wasn't able to blow by bigs on switches. I could tell that something was wrong, well before game 2. I feel like that's just a lot of just Boston hate, I'm guessing. But please, people, be rational about these kind of stuff. So I'm seeing here.
It's sports, man. We can't be rational.
Yeah. I'm asking a little bit much, especially people's animus towards Boston sports. I don't know. It's just roast the Celtics day.
Boston sports. They've gotten all the winning lately. So
yeah, I guess so. Anyway, Doc Flynn, the sports medicine doctor at the Leahy Hospital and Medical Center, is saying that, and this is just her opinion, but unfortunately, a good chance that IT will need surgery, depending on what needs to be done. Return to play could be 6 months, hoping for the best. But other people think that he might not need surgery, and Isaiah Thomas is apparently exploring his options at this point. So I don't know. I don't know what this is. I can't even pronounce what the injury is. So I don't really know what the treatment is at this point. But
let's just hope he gets back soon. That's it.
Yes, very soon. What else do we have to say about Isaiah Thomas and this season, about this injury?
How much more praise can we give the guy? This team is not great. It's not a great shooting team. He was able to go out there and average what he did and make, like you said, bring this offense up to the number 7 offense with a team of non-shooters for the most part. I don't even know how to describe it. He was just so great this year. It's hard to give him enough praise.
Yeah, and he was rewarded with second team All-NBA. That's, when you consider how good the NBA is right now and the names
especially at the
that he beat out. Oh my gosh, the names that he beat out, ridiculous. He beat out Chris Paul.
At the guard spot.
He beat out John Wall.
Woo.
All right, so now we have to look forward to these last 2 games in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Do we have to?
Yeah. It was brutal up to this point. It was brutal watching Isaiah limp around. Now it's going to be now that we're going to see a lot of pick and rolls going nowhere.
The margin of victory is probably going to be similar to game 2. This offense is going to be so bad.
What is the line going to be on this game 3, I wonder?
Oh, at least 15? At least?
That's conservative. We would have to ask Levy, what would he bet on? Would he bet, over or under 15? I think 15 is really conservative.
We can probably get an early line right now.
All right, well, unfortunate end of the season to Isaiah Thomas in numerous ways.
Early line is 15.5.
That seems low.
Especially with no Isaiah Thomas.
That seems low. Yeah.
On the road, no Isaiah Thomas. Ooh.
Yeah. I feel bad for the guy because he wants to be out there more than anybody.
For sure.
And you know what he's went through, just ridiculous. The personal tragedy, all the physical stuff, him losing his teeth and being in 10 hours of dental surgery multiple times. Jeez, and he wanted it more than anybody. So I just feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, anybody that gets injured, especially this late into the playoffs when he was playing really well, it's unfortunate, and you just can't help but feel bad for him.
All right, well, Well, I guess we'll get a lot of. I guess Marcus Smart would be my guess to get the start. I
wouldn't leave Terry out of that. He's better offensively than.
Yeah, Brad Stevens did do those like offense-defense substitutions with Marcus Smart and Terry. What was that, like Game 2 of the Wizards series or something like that?
So we'll see. But
all right, well, we'll be watching. We'll be here after Game 3. Who knows? Who knows? Miracles can happen. Stranger things have happened. Just keep it respectable, Celtics. Keep it within that 15.5.
Yeah, if you can beat that 15.5 line, that'd be acceptable. That'll be fine.
All right, so Boston Celtics take on the Cleveland Cavaliers today at 8:30 on TNT. I would say we're all looking forward to it. I don't know if that's the case, like for this game. Maybe I'm looking forward to it being over. But anyway, that's where we are right now. Get well soon, Isaiah Thomas. Can't wait to have the little guy back in the lineup.
I should get to the draft at this point.
Yes. Fast forward to the draft, free agency. That'll be fun. We'll be here all summer, debating, discussing, maybe making some enemies. I don't know. So for Eddie Santiago and the rest of the Roundtable, I'm Matt Ignal. We'll see you tomorrow.